Welcome to Echoes of Hope, where every story reminds you that even in silence, the heart still speaks. If this is your first time here, please subscribe, like, and share these stories with someone who needs a little light today. There's a quiet street at the edge of an old city, a place people pass through but never look at. The walls are cracked, the lamps are dim, and the signs have lost their letters. Locals call it the Street of Forgotten Names. But every morning, before sunrise, a man named Jonas walks down that street carrying a small tin of paint and a brush. He stops at each broken door, each faded nameplate, and begins to repaint the names that time had erased. Some people think he's mad. Why bother, they say. No one lives there anymore. But Jonas paints anyway. He whispers the names as if calling them home. Ruth, Daniel, Amira, Joseph. What no one knows is that Jonas used to live on that street. Years ago, when he lost his job and his family moved away, the world seemed to forget him too. He felt invisible, just another name fading from memory. One night, wandering those same alleys, he saw his own name on an old letterbox, worn and half gone. And something inside him broke, then healed. He realized that every forgotten name once belonged to someone who laughed, dreamed, and mattered. So he made it his purpose to remember the forgotten, to give their stories back, one brushstroke at a time. Months passed. Then one morning, a young woman stopped by as he painted. She stared at the name Ruth, tears in her eyes. "That was my grandmother," she whispered. "I thought no one remembered her anymore." Jonas smiled softly. "Now she's remembered again." Word spread. Soon, others came to repaint, to clean, to share memories of those who once lived there. The street began to change. Not because the paint was new, but because hope had returned. And in the middle of it all stood Jonas, the man who reminded a city that no one is truly forgotten if someone still remembers their name. Thank you for listening to Echoes of Hope. If this story touched you, share it with someone who needs to remember their worth. And never forget, even when the world moves on, your name, your story, your light still matters.